Hey guys, welcome to the news update here on Buzzing Pattaya, and to this week's roundup of what's happened last week, what's happening next week. I've got one place I want to talk to you about. I've got to be honest, I'm gutted about doing this because I'm going to give away a little secret, and I really don't want to do it because honestly, once you go there once, I guarantee you 100% you'll go back time and time again. So I'll share that one with you in a little bit, but I really am, if I'm being honest, I'm going to take one for the team. I'm going to tell you about it, but honestly, I really don't want to. But anyway, not to worry. So, what's been happening? Well, before we get stuck in, guys, please have a look at our new website, www.buzzingpattaya.com. We've been working hard on it. It's coming together nicely now. And also, we have our members area. If you look down on the left-hand menu on the website, you'll see there it says the members. Click on that. Have a look at that. That's really going really well, and I'm so happy about it because it gives me the opportunity to bring you lots of content I can't bring here. So have a look at those, guys, and yeah, you never know. Give me your feedback. You might like what you see. All right, so what's been going on? Well, I'm looking in the Pattaya news today, and I don't want to laugh because it's actually, when you dig down into it, it's actually not that funny, but there's a Chinese neighbour alarms Pattaya residents with his pet white lion. Now, we have a lot of issues over here with smuggling of exotic animals and reptiles and stuff. So, you know, it is a big thing. It's quite serious. You know, they do often do raids up at the airport, and they'll find people trying to smuggle animals and stuff. I've mentioned that in the past before. But the thing is like, you know, this guy here says a Chinese lion whisperer reportedly let his pet lion cub roam freely within his residential area in Pattaya, causing fear and concern among the neighbours. And it goes on to say further on down, it says the authorities arrived at a two-storey house and indeed found a white lion, but it was still just a cub. Well, as a result, roaming within the fenced interior of the property, a Chinese man, Mr. Shen Tai, 39, showed up and declared ownership of the tiny beast. Now, I don't actually know, if I'm being truthful, what the requirements are by law in order to keep such an animal. You know, number one, these animals are not pets. You know, let's get that straight. And he's only, well, I can only assume, unless somehow they can mentally change the animal, eventually when it grows up. I mean, these are big, powerful beasts. And, you know, the last thing you want to be doing is having a game of tug-of-war with an animal that's going to pull you around like a rag doll, because it's just not going to end well for you. Also, more importantly, you know, what kind of fencing does he have? Because as these animals get bigger and stronger, I'm assuming if it's not up to standard, and when you go to the zoos and stuff like that, you see the thickness of their fencing, you know, when they grow up, if they broke free, it could cause pandemonium, you know, and possible fatalities if he was to attack someone. But more importantly, why? Why? It's a touchy subject because there are people that love zoos and stuff like that. There are people that hate them. And I'm going to sit on the fence on this one. I'm not going to say either way. But what I will say is, as a domesticated pet, it really is mental to decide to try and create this pet out of what is a wild beast. And I know it's very prominent in China. I watched a documentary years ago, about all these things that happen over there. But, you know, what do you think, guys? Should someone be allowed to have a tiger, a lion, you know, these big, powerful jaguar, all these big, like, wild animals and create them as pets? What do you think, guys? And if someone shares a comment and says, yeah, I think it's okay, please don't get on each other. You know, just accept it's an opinion. It doesn't mean you're right. It doesn't mean you're wrong. It's just an opinion. But for me, I think having these as a pet is an absolute no-no, and particularly as it gets bigger and more powerful. You know, these animals are so powerful. So, I don't know, what do you think? Personally, I wouldn't want him as my neighbour. I don't know about you guys. Now, on the subject of animals again, and this one I'm going to not sit on the fence, I'm going to say how I feel. I think this is outrageous. The Thai Justice Minister wants to fully legalise gambling on animal fighting such as bulls and fish as a soft power for Thailand. You know, I don't know. This is my own individual feeling. You know, I despise the bullfighting in Spain. I think it's a horrific and totally unnecessary sport. I really don't get why they want to do that, particularly the way they happen. I don't want to talk about it. But, you know, it just goes on to think, why? You know, we're in a civilized world now. Why would you want to encourage this kind of thing, this kind of activity? The Thai Justice Minister has shown his support to turn animal fighting into legal gambling for Thailand as a soft power. Well, how about legalising a casino instead of watching two animals tear themselves apart? Surely that's a much more, you know, non-barbaric sport that people that want to gamble can do. And also, it just, I don't know. I don't know. It goes on to say he's got 3 proposals. It says the venues for bullfighting can be opened once a month in Nakhon Sir Thammarat, Songkhla and Pattaya, while other provinces can open once a week. Cockfighting and fish fighting can be opened once a week on weekends, but must not on the same day as in. Now the cockfighting, again, I don't like it, but it's a massive thing over here. I think I shared the story about my dog, August, when I first moved into our house up in Korat. Unfortunately, the guy behind us had a collection of prize fighting cockerels, and one of them got up onto their wall, jumped into our garden, and August destroyed it. And he wasn't very happy because apparently it's one of his best ones. But the thing is, it's a really big thing out here. You won't see it so much down here, very rarely. I mean, I'm trying to think if I've ever seen it here. But if you go up to see the missus and you want to go around a family environment, well then yeah, you are going to see it. It's very, very dominant. And even more so in my village, often the young kids will come past and they've got their prized possession, their cockerel, and sadly, we know what they're going to go off and do, but it is part of their nature here, as much as I don't like it. But it says about the cockfighting. Cockfighting and fish fighting can be open once a week on weekends, but must not on the same day as an important Buddhist day. And cow racing, underage people are not allowed to enter, even to enter these venues. Well, what we do have up at Mapachan Lake here, on the east side of Pattaya, we do have the buffalo races once a year, and I don't know the ins and outs of it, so please don't. It's a really touchy subject. I don't know the ins and outs of what goes on and how it works in terms of like what they do in order to get these bulls and these buffaloes to race. But I have to say, I have been once. I think it was been about the 3rd or 4th year I was living here, and I've got to say it was very impressive, the power of these animals and the speed that they can move. It really was quite impressive, to be fair. But yeah, I don't know. Legalizing it for gambling with bulls and fish and stuff. Come on, anyway, I don't know. But like I said with the earlier comment about the Chinese guy, let's not, please, don't turn this into a massive debate and start haranguing each other. If someone says, yeah, let them do it, so I think you're an arse because you're saying that. Let's not get into a big discussion, but just share your point, guys, please. Now, I finally found where my bike was, I think. Remember I lost my bike years ago when I was in Walking Street? It was terrible. I'd had way too many beers. Yes, I know I should have been drinking. It was an absolutely stupid thing to do, but it kind of goes hand in hand out here, even though it's wrong. But I think I might have found it because it says here, a large motorcycle theft gang busted in Pattaya. 10 motorcycle thieves, including young kids, have been busted in Pattaya early this morning on March the 1st. It goes on to say that they basically found 10 motorcycles and other various bits and pieces. So I have to say, all jokes aside, the motorcycle theft out here, I've not really experienced it. I mean, I've just lost my bike. I forgot where I put it. But it's not really a big thing. I don't know anyone that's ever come up to me that I know that said, oh, flipping out, someone stole my bike the other day. I've had a few people steal their wives and girlfriends, but not the bikes. But then again, probably the bike means more. I don't know. But anyway, I'll stop while I dig myself a hole there. But yeah, so it's not really a big thing. So don't let this put you off hiring a motorbike. But what I would say is, make sure you do padlock it up and, with the key and everything. And if you are super worried, nip down to Big C or nip down to any of these Mr. Power and all these places, and you can get a really decent padlock for like 500 baht. So if that's it, but yeah, they've apparently arrested all these guys, and it says here a shocking discovery of 5 stolen motorcycles stashed in a forest, as well as a car. Well, there you are. So yeah, now talking of cars. And in the words of Ian, if you watched the live stream the other day, this is a Segway. Him and his bloody Segways. He told me the other day, we're doing a live stream, and we had a great laugh actually. It was just yesterday, and not yesterday, sorry, last Thursday. And it was really funny because we were talking about stuff and he went, oh, that was a Segway. I said, what do you mean? Because a Segway, I know, is one of those bicycle things that you stand on. And Ian was adamant that it's a smooth transition from one story into another story. Anyway, enough about the Segways. So, cars, parking. Over the last 18 months, you've been allowed to park on the road, on the beach side of Beach Road in the middle of town here. That stopped. As of the 1st of March, you can't. So even if you want to just quickly stop and take a picture, whatever you want to do, don't do it, guys. You will get nipped by the old bill, and they do patrol the roads up and down a lot, so please be very wary about that. But as of last Tuesday, I lose my days when I have to do this in advance. But as of the 1st of March, you can't park your car or your motorbike on the right-hand side of Beach Road, on the beach side of Beach Road. I've got to say it's a great thing, because when it was allowed, it did cause a lot of congestion, particularly recently where it's got more and more busier. So that's a good step in the direction of making sure the traffic flows nicely. On the subject of traffic, next month we've got Songkran. If you come here on the 18th and 19th, be prepared to be at a standstill for pretty much all day for both those days. The traffic here is just mental. Right, food shout-outs. Terminal 21 at the end of Second Road over there by Naklua. You may or not be aware, but they have a place up there called The Pier, and it's like a buffet-style restaurant. It's really, really good. There's lots and lots of little kiosks in there. It's super, super cheap. People often say to me, it can't be that cheap. It is super, super cheap. It really is. You go to the cashier, you give her 300 baht, she'll give you a card, like a credit card, and you go to whichever kiosks you want, you order whichever bits of food you want, and you can sit there and enjoy it. It's very peaceful, it's very clean, it's very tidy. Food's very, very good. There's no issues with the standard of the food you're going to get. It's not that slop, it's proper, nicely cooked food. And the variation and the choices available to you are fantastic. They really are. So if you are looking for somewhere different, it's nice and air conditioned. Obviously, it's nice and cool. But it can get busy, particularly at the Thai lunchtime slots. They do get very busy, but otherwise, pop in there. And at the same time, maybe have a wander around and see what's going on in Terminal 21. It's a good shopping mall, to be fair. I think it's probably our best one out of the two, between that one and the festival place. But the music side, it's because I just caught an image of music in my eye there. The food side of Terminal 21 is very, very good. And not just the pier. If you go up onto that level, there are many, many big chain restaurants, good food, great selection of food. So if you are looking for somewhere to eat, then check out Terminal 21 at the top there. It really is very, very good. All right, next one on the subject of food is a Let's Brunch on Sundays at Brunos Restaurant and Wine Bar. Now that's down in Naklua. What's happening today? It's in Jomtien. Sorry, it's on Pattaya Road going down into Jomtien. And they do an all-you-can-eat brunch buffet for 499 baht. And it really is, I'll read it. I won't read it all out because you'll fall asleep. But it says here, every Sunday between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m., the menu changes weekly for Indulgence. So the choice available this time is meat choices: spare ribs barbecue sauce, meatballs with creamy sauce, pork loin with tuna sauce, rosemary roasted leg of lamb. Now when you consider it's 499, I'll tell you now one thing out here, lamb is expensive. So already you're getting yourself a bit of a bargain here. If you chose ribs and a bit of lamb, man, you've got your money's worth. Fish choices are smoked salmon, John Dory with lobster sauce, seafood salad with shrimp, squids and scallops, assortment of sashimi. I don't know what that is, to be honest. Is that sushi? No. If it's sushi, they'd spell it sushi, wouldn't they? Sashimi. I don't know what that is, actually. And it goes on to talk about the size, etc., etc. But it's a really, really good restaurant. The quality of the food is very, very good. They've been here a long time. They've got a well-established reputation. So if you are looking for something different on your Sunday, other than the standard Sunday roast that gets thrown down your face every 2 seconds wherever you go, check it out. It's Brunos. You can get a Bolt taxi from the city centre over to Pattaya Road. You're talking 50 baht on a taxi and 60 baht, 70 baht in a car. It's nothing, but it's a really nice restaurant. Very, very good quality food. You won't be disappointed. Now, I am disappointed now. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I should really keep this one to myself, but I'll take one for the team. Tree Town. As you go to Tree Town, you look into Tree Town. You've got the left-hand side where all the bars are, and on the right-hand side, you've got where the Buzzing Bar is and Escape nightclub. Opposite, if you was to stand in Tree Town and look straight, behind you is Soi 21 in Soi Buakhao. I don't want to tell you this. Anyway, so right on the very corner there is the exchange booth. You may know that one. If you like your ribs, if you like your steaks and your meat, then just literally go past the money exchange booth, and the very first restaurant on the right hand side is called Surprise Steak. all I will say to you guys is, if you like your ribs, they do the best ribs. Not the best as in like the size of these ribs, but they do the best Thai style ribs I've ever had. And I go there a lot. Please don't go there. It's brilliant, guys. It's cheap as you like. They are literally cooked really, really well. They just know what they're doing, and they do a massive menu. They've got a really big selection of food available on the menus, but their steaks are, and they do like potato skins, chicken strips, buffalo wings. Oh, they do it all. But they're racker ribs, and they're the small Thai style. They're not the big ones like we're used to in the European restaurants. These are the little small ones, and they just fall. Oh man, god damn! I'm gonna have to go and get some. They are just so good. And it is a little hidden gem. It's one that not many people will ever know about, but you know now. Trust me, you owe me a beer. Because when you go there, you're going to come and see me and say, Trev, those ribs were just off the wall good, because they really are. Be a little bit careful. They do a hot sauce. And it's got quite a poke to it, to be fair. So if you're not really into your spicy sauce, try and maybe leave that alone and stick to the other sauces available. But you owe me a beer, guys. When you go in there, go to Surprise. She's got no idea I'm talking about, so even if you said, oh, I've seen you on Buzzing, she would be clueless as to what you're talking about. But go in there, guys. I promise you, you'll have a great selection of food there, and it's cheap as you like. Where are we? I'm trying to find. Let me just quickly find it. I should have prepared for this. I don't know where it is now. I can't see it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. But they're racker ribs. They do all kind of like beef steaks, tenderloin, T-bones. Oh man, it's just. But the ribs are absolutely top quality. Go there, guys. I promise you, you will be happy. Right, enough exposing my. Oh no, I think I found it. Have I? Oh no, it's a bottle of ketchup. All right, we'll leave that. Anyway, right, enough about food. Oh, I can't believe I've given that one away. That's an absolute. That's a peach of a tip there. Soy 21. Look at Tree Town. Buzzing and Escape up on the right side. Behind you, turn around. You'll see the booth. The money exchange booth. Go just past that money exchange booth. To be fair, you wouldn't even think of it. It's just an open-fronted little restaurant. It looks a bit dingy, but I'll tell you what, that food, wow, it's good. Right, enough about that. Hopefully you'll forget. Today, Killer Pool. Killer Pool is available today at the Dal Bar in Pattaya. And I'll tell you why I've given these people a shout out. It's simply because they've actually made the effort to write a decent description. And I won't read it all out, but it says here, looking for something fun to do on a Monday, join us at Dal Bar's Killer Pool Tournament. Every Monday, Dal Bar invites you to join them for an afternoon and evening of pool, drinks and good times. Not only will you get the chance to show off your pool skills, Ian, don't bother going, but you'll also be able to enjoy Dal Bar's fantastic happy hour specials from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. You can enjoy great discounts on drinks so you can start your evening off right. It goes on to talk about other stuff, about meeting the girls, etc., etc. Whether you're a seasoned pool player or just looking to have some fun, Dal Bar's Killer Pool Tournament is the perfect way to spend your Mondays. Don't miss out on the chance to join in on the fun. So there we are, Dal Bar. Now, if you're not sure where Dal Bar is, it's just off the soy there on the left as you go down Soy Bacau. I'll put the link, don't worry, I'll put a link in the description below so you can see where it is. But it's very easy to find and definitely worth. Well, I say it's easy to find. You need to give the directions to a Bolt taxi driver to get you for there. But it's a great place, Dal Bar. Really nice, lots of girls. Happy birthday, Bob. Bob is at heavens above. He's a lovely, lovely guy. He really is genuinely a nice guy. Go and celebrate his birthday. I don't think he says how old he is. He's got to be about 120, I think. He'll be sitting there doing your bloody cheek. It's Bobby's birthday. It's on Wednesday. Wednesday, the 8th of March at 6 p.m. at Heaven Above. Heaven Above is in Soy Boomerang. If you're not sure where Soy Boomerang is as you go through Soy Bacau, you're heading towards Tuk Kom. Soy Boomerang is opposite the hospital in Bacau. So when you see Playgirls on the corner there, it's a very, very popular place. Turn right, go up there, go past the little turn into Club Fate, round just on that corner there, you got Heaven Above. Go in there, go and see Greg, go and say happy birthday to Bobby. He's a really, really nice guy. And go and say hello to Greg, he's in there all the time. He's a lovely guy, been in donkeys. I'll tell you what, he can tell you a story or two. Loads and loads of girls. It really is a great opportunity to go out and have a fun evening in with Bobby there. And you're in a fantastic location. So go and enjoy yourself there, guys. Right, finally. I can't do one of these. You know what's coming, don't you? I can't do one of the news updates without doing this. But guess what? You're not going to believe it. Unbelievable. There's a party, and you don't know where it is, but I'll tell you, it's in Soy Soy 6. There we go. It's Payne's birthday on the 11th, Saturday the 11th at 4 o'clock. It's Payne's birthday and she works at the appropriately named Horny Bar. So get yourself down to Soy 6. Go and celebrate her birthday with her. I'm not quite sure how old she is, but she's a lovely girl, looks very pretty. So on Saturday, March the 11th, go down Soy 6, go into the Horny Bar and go and give her a birthday hug, a birthday drink, and you never know what will happen following that. All right, there we are. That's it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I say, it's just a roundup of what's happened, what's happening, and what's going to happen. Hopefully you're all enjoying. If you're out here, I hope you're enjoying yourself and you're having a good time. And I look forward to bumping into you guys as soon as we can. If you're in and about, come and say hello. It'd be nice to see you and have a beer or two with you guys. All right, there we are. That's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Please, as always, hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. Have a look, as I say, please, at our new website. There's a great information base on there, as well as our members area. Members area is going from strength to strength, so please have a look at that. Get on Discord, totally free of charge. Lots and lots of very, very knowledgeable people on there. Happy to answer questions for you and share their information, etc. So have a look on there. And that's it for today. Thank you very much indeed for watching. And as always, please, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.